What's up, everybody? This is Bree from Young, Saved, and Free, and I'm back with this week's devotional. And before we get started, for everyone that's new here, hey y'all. For everyone that's been here for a while, what's up with y'all? How you doing, fam? For everybody, make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you haven't already. You want to be a part of the family, It's all love over here. And while you're down there, hit the notification bell so you never miss another video from me. And speaking of never missing stuff, make sure you're also subscribed to my mailing list. All we need is an email address and your birthday. Because, I might give you something on your birthday. You never know. So just go ahead and add that to your list of things to do. Subscribe to Young, Saved, and Free's mailing list, And you don't want to miss out on anything we got going on. And it's all going to be in the mailing list. So just make sure you're subscribed to it. Now, before we get into this video, of course, I like to talk to you about the shirts I'm wearing. This shirt says More Jesus, Less Issues. And it's from Run From Sin. I actually met Markeisha this past Saturday at the God and Goals Live Masterclass. And she's the sweetest girl. Definitely can hear from God. Definitely anointed. She's amazing. And I appreciate her in my life. She spoke some things in my life. And I'm like, girl, come through. It's not enough, just to write Jesus on a t-shirt, but when you really, really trust and believe him the way she does, everything will work out for you. I promise you. I promise you. And this is a really good quality t-shirt, by the way. I know I don't really talk about the quality of the t-shirts, but it just feels good. When I put it on, I was like, yes, it feels so good. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this week's devotional, and it's called I Can't Stay Like This. So, y'all, a funny thing happened this week. Because God gave me this devotional a couple weeks ago, and for a lot of at least the last 4 or 5 videos, he's given to me way ahead of time, and I'm like, what's going on? And so when I was at the Activate retreat, on the 2nd and 3rd, God started talking to me. He was like, every word that you've given to other people, it was for you too. And I tell y'all it's for me, but then I'd be like when I really started thinking about what has happened in my life over the last few months and what he's been telling me to tell y'all, everything that he's told me to tell y'all was a prerequisite for what was happening in my life. And I was just like, what's up? Come through, God. It just, he gave me even though this video is going up now, he gave me this weeks ago, right? So and before he gave me this, it was some things that I was struggling with, and I had to just literally put my foot down and be like, I can't do this no more. I'm just like, God. And sometimes for believers, it's hard for believers to take a stand. Even though we stand on the promises of God, we walk by faith and not by sight, all of these things, but we have to realize that faith without works is dead. So I'm going to be coming from James 2:14 through 17, and of course, I'll link the verses down below. And it says, what good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith but don't show it by your actions? Can that kind of faith save anyone? Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing, and you say, goodbye and have a good day, stay warm and eat well. But then you don't give that person any food or clothing. What good does that do? So you see, faith by itself isn't enough unless it produces good deeds, and it is dead and useless. So that is the New Living Translation. You see why I like the Message Bible and the New Living Translation? I told you, I'm a little ghetto. Don't be using all them big words with me, even though I know what they mean sometimes. I just talk to me regular. I understood that. And so I was like, dang, and it really, I started thinking, I'm like, if I have real faith, and faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God, if I heard God say a word on it, why wouldn't I know that God's not a man that he should lie, and I know that if he said it, it has to happen. Why wouldn't I want to move on that? Why would I just want to be there and wait for God to do it? No, baby, that's not how faith works. Faith, you walk by faith. So that don't mean, it don't say just stand there by faith, like, and wait for and start looking at stuff going on around you. No, you have to walk. You have to go. You have to move with your faith. Go take some action. You have to do something. And so the story that he took me to was a story of Naaman. I've never read this story in my life, and it's crazy because when I first got to thinking about it, God took me to like the story. It was a story in I think 2 Kings 7 about some lepers that was like, should we stay here and die? And blah blah blah. And then I went and read the whole story, and I'm like, that's not what he was talking about. Naaman, who's in 2 Kings 5, he is the commander of the king at Aram, and he's the commander of the army of King Aram's army, right? He had leprosy, and I'm like, oh, this the leper you was talking about? Oh, okay, guys, because I don't know this story, but we finna read this and see what's going on. And so, in the story, it's like I said, it's in 2 Kings 5. Of course, I'll link it below, like I told y'all. I always do it. His wife said, I wish he would go see the prophet. And sometimes this is the thing, and it's something I learned from the master class, from listening to Miss Crystal. Sometimes, even though the man is the head of the household and wives are supposed to be submissive to their husband, sometimes, in some cases, God shows the wife something before he'll show the husband. And it just, some men, they can't deal with it. But, some men, they have to get in order afterwards. Like, God shows it to them later on. And so, Naaman, he finally decided, I'm going to go see, was it Elisha? Elisha. Elisha. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He went to go see him, and I'm just looking at it, and it's like, if you really think about it, like the story of the 10 lepers, which is, I believe, somewhere around this area of the Bible, lepers were like outcasts of the city. So the fact that Naaman was speaking to the king, breathing his air, all that, he was talking to his wife and everything, and he wasn't like outcast at all. That's crazy to me. So it's favorite also, because this is what I mean when the Bible says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and finds favor. That's favor. Like, had he not been the commander of the army, he wouldn't have been able to be in the king's midst. Had he not been there, had he not been with his wife, he wouldn't know that his healing was in her, right? So he finally he leaves. He goes to go, and not only did he leave. First of all, you have leprosy. Where are you going? You need to be in a little village with the rest of the people that have leprosy. But he said, you know what? I can't stay like this no more. I can't just stay here with this disease and die. I gotta go get my healing. I gotta go do something. So he went to go see Elisha, whatever you want to call him, Elisha. Like I said, he went to go see him. And sometimes that's all God be waiting for you to do, is just take a step, make a move, and now finish the rest. Okay? Like, he's not gonna just be like, oh, like, even if you're like, oh God, I need you to do this. Oh God, give me a job. Oh God, give me a house. But you ain't worked on your credit. Not saying that he can't give you a house with bad credit or nothing, but you ain't working on your credit. You ain't started packing. Sorry, this came up in the Activate Retreat about packing by faith. You ain't started packing. You ain't filled out no job applications. You ain't cleaned out the car that you have, but you talking about God bless me with a car. God do this. God do that. You ain't taking care of what you already got. So why is he going to move when you ain't moved? You see what I'm saying? Every gift from God is perfect. Everything is good and perfect from God. Every perfect gift comes from God. So if he gave you the car that you have, take care of it, because it's a gift from God, and every perfect gift comes from God. But he's not going to bless you with anything else, so he sees that you're grateful. You see what I'm saying? Like, in that situation, why would he bless you with another house? You're not even grateful for the one that you got. Why would he bless you with a new relationship when you ain't appreciating the other ones he gave you before? Why would he do that? You see what I'm saying? So, in the case of Naaman went, even though, and sometimes it's the thing, God don't always do stuff the way that we want him to. So, like with Naaman, Elisha told him to go wash himself 7 times in the Jordan River. And Naaman was just like literally, if you read the New Living Translation, he said, but Naaman became, it says, so Naaman went with his horses and chariots and waited at the door of Elisha's house. But Elisha sent a messenger out to him with this message: go and wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River. Then your skin will be restored and you will be healed of leprosy. But Naaman became angry and stalked away. I thought he would certainly come out to meet me. He said, I expected him to wave his hand over the leprosy and call on the name of the Lord his God and heal me. Aren't the rivers of Damascus, the Abon, these other places, the Pharpar, better than any rivers of Israel? Why shouldn't I wash in them and be healed? So Naaman turned and went away in rage. So this the thing. God told God, listen, Elisha, whatever. He's a prophet. So he hears from God. He sees from God also. So when God tells him to do something, to give specific instructions, he has to relay that message. So if he's telling you, go do this, why wouldn't you go do it? Like, I get it. There's some lying prophets out there. Like, I get it. I've experienced it. I have seen it for myself. And sometimes you be expecting God to say it. Go ahead and say it, because I know you're going to do it the way that I want you to. And sometimes he's just not going to do that. Sometimes it's just not. That's just not how he wants to do it. And I know that specifically with my assignment in this season, as far as praying for my family and praying for the people in my life that I love and care about, and asking God for those curses to be broken, he had to break some of me. And I was like, wait, hold on a minute. Like, I said, God, I was good with where I was at. Why you doing this to me? Like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for me. I asked for them. And he said, how can I break it in them? How can I allow you to break it in them and I can't break it in you? It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. So, but that's the thing about faith. You still allow it to happen. And you still go by faith. Even though you just be like, man, I don't even understand why I'm doing this. But the Bible says if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, that's all it took. In the back of Naaman's mind, he was mad. He was just like, not even in the back of his mind, he was mad. He was outwardly mad. Like, I came all the way out here and you're not even going to come see me. You're not going to come talk to me. You're not going to come lay hands on me. And that's the other thing. Y'all, stop going to church expecting the pastor to lay hands on you to heal you. That's not always what it's going to be. So stop expecting it. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop all of that. Stop it now. Like, stop it. So Naaman's all mad. He was like, he ain't gonna come talk to me. He ain't gonna come lay his hands on me. He told me to do this, and why I can't go bathing, this, that. Why you can't just be obedient? Like, real life, why you can't just be obedient? And I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. What I know for a fact. Obedience will keep you, okay? Being obedient to God will really keep you. The scripture says obedience is better than sacrifice. I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. That is not something I heard. That is what I know. At this masterclass that I said I was not going to go to because I wasn't going to take off work another Saturday, I said, God, if you really want me to go, you need to make a way. I want to go a little bit, but I'm not taking off work. So then Miss Crystal sends the emails like, if you want a free ticket, text this number. And I'm like, for real. I want to say that happened on Thursday or Friday. So I was like, man, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I'm like, the air's still not working in my car. What do I do? I'm like, do I really want to ride 2 hours in the heat? take off work early and drive to Atlanta? No, I don't. God said, you going? Oh, you going? And I said, okay, fine. So I go and I leave, and then my GPS says I'm gonna get there at 2:15 and start. So I said, Lord, I'm gonna be there late. Like if I miss anything, ain't no point in me going. He said, just go. I got there. I got to the area around where it was, and I got lost. I was like, where is it? Because I don't see it. I thought it was just gonna be in some random building. No, it had a name, and I missed that in the email that went out that morning. And so I get there, and I'm like, what is this girl's name? I forgot her name, but she would work the Wahala. I had a question, and so she was like, go ahead, girl, ask your question. Go ahead, ask a question. And I'm like, I don't want to. I was like, I'm scared now. And so then they decided to give people, to give the mic to people who had the questions. This girl went and took the mic from up there and handed it to me, and I'm like, girl, like, chill, bro. Like, if y'all don't know me, I'm very, very shy. Like, I don't ask a lot of questions when I'm in big group settings like that. I just kind of chill and watch from the back and like, oh, okay, this is what you want. This is, that's a good answer. So if I have, if I have a backup question from that, then I'm gonna ask it then. But I'm not one to just be like, ooh, I got a question, like right off the bat. No, that's not me. And so I asked the question. I said, Miss Crystal, I know you moved from Arkansas to Atlanta, but I know that God told me to move, and I haven't gotten a job there yet, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if I should just move and not have a job. I got bills. Like I got a phone bill I gotta pay. Like I got other stuff. I got a storage unit I gotta pay for. What am I supposed to do? And so she was like, just go and pray. That God makes it so clear that you don't have to second guess. Literally, by the time I finished my statement and I told her where I was moving to, and y'all will find out later on, there was a lady sitting maybe 5 seats over from me. She said, I can help you. She said, I just moved to Augusta from this place, and I work at the place that I wanted to work at. Let me make some phone calls. I said, like when I tell you, literally within 2 seconds, like Miss Crystal said, who was next? She looked over after she answered my question. She looked over and said, who was next? And this lady was about to bounce, like I want to tell you, about to jump out of her seat because she was so excited. I said, Miss Crystal said, give her the mic because I think she about to jump out of her seat. She said, oh, I can help you. And I used to, I lived there and I used to work it here, and I can, all I gotta do is make a few phone calls and I'll get you. I got you, okay? I can get you pointed in the right direction. And I'm like, yo, like, what's good? Like literally, I broke down. Why? Because if I had not been at that masterclass the way God told me to, that would have never happened. That would have never happened like that had I not been there. But when you're obedient, God comes through. Nathan was obedient. He didn't want to be. He went to the river and it blessed him. He was healed. His body was completely healed. And so and the thing about Naaman is he didn't even really believe in God like that. Like he believed in what he saw in the list. And that's the thing about people, like, we're supposed to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. So sometimes people don't know God for themselves, but they look at you and they can see the God in you. That's why you have to, like, even though I might not wear something like this, well, I would wear this out. Lately I have been wearing my Christian t-shirts out, but before, even if I wouldn't wear stuff like this out, like in public, you would still see my smile. You would still see how I am outside of that, how I move, how I shake, how I speak. Like I had to come up with this cursing demon. Oh my god, because y'all, I have a potty mouth. Like my mouth is horrible. Like I'm telling you, I'll cuss somebody out in a heartbeat. Won't think twice about it. But that's just me. I'm working on it. I have days where I do have a little colorful splashes here and there, but it's not nearly as bad as what it was. And when I started working on that, I just started seeing God come in the store. I'm like, okay, God, have your way, do what you want to do. But I had to do the work. I can't say, God, deliver me from everything that's not like you, that's in me, and I'm not actively working to try to to be a part of my own healing. I that's the thing with Naaman, had to be a part of his own healing. He wasn't going to be healed like by just somebody touching him. He had to go do the work. He had to go to the Jordan and bathe 7 times. That's what he had to do. That was the instructions for him. But see, that's the thing with a lot of people. They just be like, God don't do it like this, then I'm not doing it. Like for some people, you're asking God to break a soul tie, but you still answering the phone calls at 2 o'clock in the morning. What is you doing, baby? Like, what is you doing? No, you can't. That's not how that works. You have to block the number, block them on Messenger, block them on Snapchat, Instagram, all of that. Block it. Okay, block it. And just watch. And I'm telling you what I know. I'm going to do another video on that, but that's all I have for you today. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And share this with everybody you know. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.